guys. Hey, Sissy. See you very soon, dear friends. I hope so. Putting my shoes on. Gonna put my watch on. We're gonna head out and take a walk in just a little bit. Excuse me. I only have about a week, maybe a little over, of the early sunlight because the clocks went back. So it was like I was granted a little grace. What's up, Sissy? Good morning to you. It's funny. A couple years ago, I was getting out on my walks early and early because I wanted the dark. I wanted the seclusion that it gave me. But when I started filming nature, then I wanted that light because I see a lot of stuff. Did you start a cycle? What happened to those straps? It's padding. I'm wearing a trap shirt, Marlon. It's a shirt specifically designed to highlight the traps. They're fake. Stuffing. But now I have that little grace of light. I've seen 2 fox. This was on Sunday. Didn't see anything yesterday. There's always something. You're just going to be on the lookout for it. But the light wasn't great, so I wasn't able to capture anything on film with the foxes. I did get a beaver that day. I did get a beaver on Sunday. We'll see. Can you send me a link to that push-up shirt? Let's see if I can find it. Hey, Anna. So, anyway, this is going to be a busy day for me. I'm not going to have a lot of breaks in between live stream sessions. Hey, Coco. I have at 1 o'clock, New York Times bestselling author James Twyman coming up. We are going to, well, who knows what we're going to discuss. The general theme is going to be that we are responsible for bringing peace in a world that seems peaceful, unpeaceful. We are responsible for bringing in light, for love, right? It's only us. So we're going to talk about depolarizing politics, families, communities. The way we do that, James has a 3-part formula. One, well, it all starts with conversation. It all starts with making ourselves available to listen, to truly listen to someone else's point of view. Doesn't mean we have to agree with it. Doesn't even mean we have to like it. But we have to appreciate the fact that someone else has a different point of view. And that they hold it just as valid, just as important, just as real as you hold yours. We might not want to hear that politically, right? This person is wrong, and it's obvious they're wrong. Why don't they see that they're wrong? It's not our job to make someone wrong. It's our job to provide a presence and offer love. And if we are truly right, in our surrender, then maybe the point could come across a little bit better than our debate, than our argument, than butting heads. So what James offers is, first, being present. I wish to have a conversation with someone and truly understand. This is what A Course in Miracles would call a miracle. It's not manifesting a parking space. It's not the law of attraction for a new job. All those are wonderful things that can happen, right? But it is, nope, I'm a vegan, Coco. 16, almost 17 years now. And then being willing to listen. Again, that's the miracle. The miracle is saying, I wish to see this differently. I wish to see this through the eyes of what a Course calls the Holy Spirit or the presence of Jesus. You can just say the Tao, the universe. I wish to see this in a more loving way. I wish to see this in a more peaceful way. Anna, how are you, my friend? Hey, Peter. I'd like Ezekiel bread. So, after providing the presence, and we're going to talk more about this, of course, with James. I just want to give a brief synopsis. If we enter into that I don't know mind, I don't know. I have my beliefs, I have my preference, I have my what I hold to be as true. But I don't know because I can never see the entirety of the picture. I don't know. And then we offer that maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a truth that both of us don't see. I just entertain that maybe, the maybiness, the meditation of maybe. Things could be different than what I perceive. That's certainly so. And then we think. We don't have to say it to them. I love you. It's that universal, wide open, expansive love. I love you. If you want to share that verse, Peter, go ahead. Sissy says maybe. What was, let's see. Coca says I don't eat a lot of meat, but lately I have been. I think I needed it for my body. Well, we can always, if we're careful with our diet, we don't need meat. But if we are not filling in the gaps that can be provided, that occur when anything is missing from our diet, we might run into problems. Another thing is making sure that you get enough calories on a vegan diet. So, yeah, James, this is my first New York Times bestselling author coming up this afternoon, 1 o'clock. I hope you guys join me. And if you don't mind, if you could share out the link. It's such an important message. And I love James so much. He's been around for quite some time. He wrote the Emissary of Light about the message from Indigo children back in the 90s. He wrote several wonderful books on St. Francis and the prayer of St. Francis. He, best-selling author was for the Moses Code. He also wrote the Kabbalah Code. He did I Am meditations with Wayne Dyer. So he really is a spiritual luminary. Anna says, I am losing a bit of my optimism, Yogi. That's not a bad thing, Anna. That's not a bad thing. The key is don't let it slip into pessimism. That when we try to cling, when we try to hold on to anything, especially when it's changing, it just leads to a bit of suffering. So, Anna, what are you feeling right now? Let's see. BB says, so many books. Yep, I do have a lot of books. This is only really a fraction. The next room was filled with them. And what was the optimism based upon? It's always better to feel what you feel. BB says, what do you feel? What do you read most? Is spiritual books. I do read a fair amount of science, nature books. I read fiction some of the time. Mostly spiritual books. You know, spirituality, what you find. Meaning, you know, sometimes a book on psychology can turn out to be a very spiritual book. Morning, Mr. Gay, bearded homosexual. Wouldn't that be sort of redundant? Mr. Gay, homosexual? Wouldn't like Mr. Gay suffice, or Mr. Bearded Homosexual been good? Got to be on point. If you're going to be a good troll, you got to be on point. Choose your words carefully. Make it a craft. Craft that sentence so it has the most powerful impact. So if you had worded it right, I would have been like, how dare you? Oh my God, you just questioned my sexuality and mentioned my beard. It would have hit me really hard. I probably would have left the live stream in tears had you done it correctly. If you would like, I will pretend that you didn't come in yet, and you can reward it, and you can come back and you can hit me really hard, and then we'll see if I can. We'll see if it has that proper impact that it should have had at the very beginning. Let's give it one more shot. I'm here for you. I want you to feel good about yourself. I actually mean that very sincerely, by the way. Anna says, I feel a bit weak, Yogi. Emotionally, are we talking about Anna? BB says, I love it. Marlon's laughing. BB says he doesn't ever feel good about himself. You know that. But you know what? Honestly, I really would like him to feel good about himself. No one trolls by accident. People think they're going to get that short little bit of uplift. I will feel better. And they probably don't even think about it that way. I will feel better if I make someone else feel less. Roland says, how gay are those straps if they get any bigger? Look like they had a bigger downstairs set on top. What I'm worried about, if the traps keep getting bigger, I won't be able to hear as well. They'll be blocking my ears. What I never understood is that it's supposed to be an insult, right? If someone's gay, if someone's not gay, why is that an insult one way or the other? People says, oh yeah, you're going to have a big old ear blinders. Exactly. Yeah, being gay, I guess. If someone's gay, they're gay. This is 2025, you know? Not even an issue these days. Don't worry, I was born Maluto. Has that been an issue for you growing up? Just, by the way, just subscribe to you. If we can, you know, if you want to grow your channel, if there's something you want to promote, let us know. We're here to help you. It's our word, you can't say it, but mixed race. Gotcha. Hey, Carl. Good morning from a full meat breakfast. Enjoy. My wife, ex-wife, mixed race. As, of course, is my stepdaughter. Hey, Sniper. So this evening we have Tom Wakechild. What a perfect name for a Course in Miracles student. Wakechild. Perfect last name. There are vegans in Ireland. I actually know several vegans in Ireland. I'm not going to tell you their names because I don't want them to be kicked out of the country for being vegan. Hey, Anna, anytime. Hey, boss. Hey, man, how are you? I'm good, my friend. And anytime you want to reach out, send me an email. Or if you have like Messenger or anything. Boss says, I've changed a lot. Money has corrupted you. Yeah, it has. You know how it is. I just want to then we'll see if I want to miss anything. So the important thing is never to bypass. Feel as you feel. Examine it. Bring it to your awareness. And practice loving yourself through it. That's the important thing. We're so quick to turn against ourselves. When I feel this lack of optimism, when I feel down, when I feel weak, we punish ourselves. I can't feel weak. I need to feel different. I need to feel powerful. I need to add something into this. The truth is, hey Goldie, Vamps is here. The truth is, you feel what you feel, and this will change too. It's not going to last. Carl was left out yesterday. What were you left out of, Carl? Sissy says, only race I see is human race. Have I missed anyone coming in? Mr. Something Else, how are you, my friend? So I'm going to read what I wrote this morning. BB says, Western culture has this preoccupation with happiness and joy and glee when living in an emotion is often the right move. Do not rush to cheer yourself up. Do not rush through humanity. Wisely said, my friend. I like that. Well, rural Iowa. Yeah, I bet. I imagine. BB says, but don't set up. Can't be the bad water. Thank you, Miss Flipper. What a wonderful conversation. Carl, you live now, you were saying? Miss Big says, F this Life Yogi. What's going on, my friend? Are those Ray-Bans? Man. I had a pair of Ray-Bans once. I actually do have Ray-Ban glasses. These aren't them. I actually don't know where they are. Hey, Falcon. So, you know what? I was looking for the shortest prayer in A Course in Miracles. I could not find it. Because there are short prayers, and there is the shortest prayer in A Course in Miracles. But this was in the original version before it was edited of A Course in Miracles. It was instructions given to Bill Thetford on how to be present. Because he, as a psychologist, as the head of the psychology department at Columbia University, he was trained to be the observer and not a participant. And that suited his personality, but it also left him unable to be fully present to himself and what he was feeling. So he was given this prayer to use as meditation. And it is a very short prayer. You can carry it with you. You can carry it with you in your heart. The prayer is, Here I am. Here I am, Lord. This is what I wrote this morning. This is a prayer given by Jesus to Bill Thetford, the co-scribe of A Course in Miracles, meant for his personal use. It's not found in my own treasured and tattered edition of A Course in Miracles, but I have recently come across it, and I love this new discovery. Here I am, Lord. These words feel like a stance to me, a powerful, and announced meditation that I am fully available right now to the presence of God. This is the prayer I can carry in my heart, a mindfulness practice of consistently placing myself in God's moment. Here I am, Lord, and this is exactly where God meets me. So, specifically, hey, Anna, thinking of you and how you're feeling. Wherever it is that you feel right now, how about if you just said, and if you don't like the word Lord or God, here I am universe, here I am love, here I am Krishna or Buddha or the Tao, whatever term works for you. Here I am, feeling beaten up, not feeling optimistic, feeling weak. Here I am, Lord. And I'm willing to, that little willingness. Miss Bipper used that term, one of my favorite terms. I am willing to have you guide me. If we're feeling weak, it means that we are relying solely on the ego to guide us towards a better future. When we surrender, when we give up, that the ego has ever led us in a way that ultimately brings us happiness. It might feel very happy now, but ultimately, anything, hey Lucy, will be taken away and can be taken away when we rely more and more completely on love, on the universe, on God, on the guidance of what the Course calls the Holy Spirit. Miss Bipper likes to call, what is your term? Higher inspiration, universal inspiration. It lets us off the hook. So that's just such a wonderful prayer. Here I am, Lord. Broken, tattered, feeling weak, but here I am, Lord. And I am willing to let you guide me. All right. Let me dive back in the conversation. That was this morning's talk. Now we're just going to have fun. Miss Pippa says, sounds like a Stevie Wonder song. Here I am, baby. Science so delivered. I'm yours. Absolutely. Maybe we'll sing that sometime. Absolutely, 100%. Feel it fully, be grief or joy. As Miss Pippa was saying yesterday, our only role, our only job, we want to meet Christ within everyone, including ourselves. We've hidden it so deeply. The best way to recognize it is often in other people, but even then, we never realize that we have hidden it from ourselves. Carl says, good morning, YouTube regulator. There's a regulator. Easy, how are you, my friend? Mr. Something Else says, here I am, a mom and your Mother Ra, sorry. Yes, whatever works for you, whatever expression. It's all the same. Lucy, how are you? Sissy says, bye for now, Carl. Love you. Is Carl leaving? Bye, Carl. Mr. Something Else says, dude, my mission this week is to cover that song for you. Hey, that would be awesome. I'm happy to be part of your mission, Mr. Something Else. Mark. Jumper says, Christopher, try being kind. I didn't see, what did Christopher have to say? So, not to keep hyping, but I really hope you guys show up for both Chris and Tom today. Mark says, 3 hair. Miss Pippa says, it's called a little willingness. I fell in love. All the Course requires is a little willingness. I fell in love with that expression. What if, however we feel now, and we have just a little willingness to allow ourselves to be healed, just a little bit, and we called upon whatever healing presence is most meaningful to us to help us along. Just a little willingness. If I have time, I'm going to reach out to a few more people, course students, as well as some non-course students, but different healing modalities. I want to reach out to as many diverse people as possible, as long as they resonate with all of our message. And we had a great talk last night. Very diverse. Different people had different outlooks on how things could, how we see things. But universally, the message was the same. It was nice having that diversity within the framework of love. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to bring up the online version of the course, read what Miss Flipper was. Hey, Miss Flipper, did you hear what I wrote this morning? That's in the unedited, or the edited version of the course. And I discovered it this morning. The Here I Am, Lord prayer that was given to Bill Thetford. I'm going to read something from chapter 18. The Veil Prayer. That's not the Lord's Prayer. This is Here I Am, Lord. Robert Perry writes about it. He was given it as a practice. A personal practice to Bill Thetford. And it is why bald? Gravity. That's why. Gravity. And it was only 4 words. Here I am, Lord. Kenneth Wapnick wrote about it in Absence from Felicity. Thank you, Sissy. Mark says, I don't take meds anymore. Just ethanol 960 proof. Is that enough for you? Jim says, say Jughead. Do you need bigger ears to be a Jughead? I don't think my ears quite qualify me as Jughead. But hey, I'm only 60. Maybe I got a few more years to grow into them. Ms. Ripper says, I love that prayer because it brings us to the present. Yes. Grandmaster says, I like your bald head. Well, thank you. I shined it just for you today. I knew you were going to show up. Mark says, if God exists, it has abandoned me. That's an interesting thought. A lot of people feel that way. Nero says, I like your bald head too. Well, thank you. It's the least I could do for you guys. A lot of people have found themselves in that position. Abandoned from God, alone. I'm going to bring this back to that little prayer that I just offered. Here I am, Lord. Are we showing up for God? Are we showing up in our present condition with all of our pain, with all of our aches, with all of our um, emotional baggage, with all of our ills and ills? And here I am. Here I am. I don't know what that means. Meaning, I don't know what the plans are for people. I don't know why people feel the way they do. No way I could know. But I think if we show up, things begin to change. Now, of course, in yoga, it talks about the karmic repercussions, not punishment, but if we have the actions that we participated in become the present moment. Buddha wrote about this in the Dhammapada, in the twin verses, that the thoughts that we had, that's how subtle karma is, all the way to the thoughts that we have. Again, it's not punishment. So what we do now is going to dictate how our next present moment is going to be. Ocean breath, powerful breath. Miss Pippa says, we did not create ourselves. If we show up, things begin to change. Yes. That's that powerful prayer again. I am here, Lord. Here I am, universe. It means we're no longer hiding, Anna. We're no longer hiding. We don't need to put on a brave face. We don't need to show everyone that, hey, Nino, that I'm not hurt, or you can't hurt me, or whatever. We're saying, here I am, wounded, feeling broken, and yet. If I were to have that prayer, if it was mine, I would add the and yet. And yet. I have a little willingness to have you guide me, to surrender my ego, to let go of thinking that I always know what's best. There's a slogan in AA, your best thinking got you here. So if we feel alone and abandoned by God, do we ever consider, I do, Nino. I meditate twice a day and have, sometimes more, and have forever. Forever. Now, I've been regular and consistent in my meditation as a daily practice for 35 years or so. But I played around with it, like in the 80s. Miss Pippa says, Yogi, big meditator. It's a lifelong practice. Your best thinking got you here. This gives you full responsibility, your ability to respond of why you are here experiencing what you are experiencing. Your best thinking led to your best actions, and your best actions have brought you here. That's a position of power. This present moment is a position of power. How do I meditate? You believe in telekinesis? I do. I don't have an active interest in it. Didn't you come in yesterday and say the same thing? Maybe you came in earlier today. You've changed a lot, bro. Money has corrupted you. I believe you'd have to have money before I could be corrupted. I'll tell you what. I could do with a little corruption. If you wouldn't mind, maybe, I don't know, $100 super chat, I will be fully corrupted. I will be so corrupted, you guys will be like, look at Yogi, he's so corrupted. Happily so. So feel free to help me get corrupted, my friend. I am here at your convenience to be corrupted. I bet you there's quite a few people here who would love to be corrupted as well. Uh, so we can join. We can have a morning corruption club. Hey, Bass, if you could corrupt my friend Sissy and my friend Nino, who else wants to be corrupted? Miss Flipper, Anna could probably use a little bit of corruption. Come on, man, give us a hand. Um, oh, so how do I meditate? Yes, $100, I'll be corrupted. There you go. I'll tell you what, if I got $100 super chat, I would actually share in my corruption. I would help other people be corrupted as well. I don't want to be corrupted alone. I want us to all be corrupted together. If I get corrupted today, drinks are on me, guys. Coffee's on me. Sissy says, please do corrupt Yogi with lots of jewels and super chats. It's too bad our friend Toy Pups isn't here. Nero says, send some corruption over here. Yes. We all need it. Falcon says, no, I need only holy water. Hey, Falcon, if I get corrupted today, I'll send you over some holy water. So, in the 80s, I mainly attempted to meditate. I did the yogic candle meditation. You stare at a candle. This is when I was a kid. My parents did not like me playing with a candle. And then you close your eyes and you visualize the candle. Can be a very powerful meditation. It doesn't bring you any closer where you need to be. It's a step. I messed around with some guided meditations. Then I discovered the first formal meditation that I did was from Self-Realization Fellowship and Paramahansa Yogananda. He called it the Hung Sao. It's also called the Hum So meditation. This meditation can take you all the way there. This might be the only meditation that you needed. But it was not yet my full path of meditation. So I went to passage meditation, Egnath S. Warren. I loved it, and I still come back to it. Still come back to it fairly often. And then I've done some Buddhist meditation a little bit, but the meditation that resonated, that I synced up with, to use Sissy's term, is primordial sound meditation, which is an ancient Vedic mantra-based meditation, very, very similar to transcendental meditation, comes from that same ocean of Vedic yogic inspiration. And I've been practicing that since about 1995, 1996. I became an instructor several years ago. I've instructed a few people here, happily so. And, I do other, in between my twice a day primordial sound meditations, I'll find myself doing others. I'll do some course meditations. But that's my general practice. Thank you. That might be the best message in a super chat I've ever gotten. I wish I knew how to do a screenshot. I would screenshot that. When I do a screenshot, I actually take my phone camera to my computer screen and take the photo, which isn't really technically, I guess technically it is a screenshot. Our friend Mark says, Yogi, you are bad. I was going to do a Shaft impersonation. Remember Shaft? All right, the corruption begins. Godi says, I accept the coffee if you make sure it's still hot. Absolutely. Gotta have hot coffee. Let's talk for about 5 minutes, guys, then I'm going to head out and take my walk. Thank you, Sniper. Sniper screenshotted it for me. I got to share that with Toy Pops. I'm actually going to... Can I use that as a... I might need to fix it up. Can I use that as a thumbnail? Thank you, Sissy. I wonder if Mark actually misspelled bald. He forgot to put the L in. I wonder if he actually meant to say, Yogi, you are a bald mother, um, but he forgot the L and it came out bad. I'll take it. Either way, I'll take it. Thank you so much, Sniper, and thank you, Sissy. Neurological says, I'm interested in meditating. I'm a beginner. What kind of meditation would you recommend? Any tips? Should I start with the candle meditation? I will happily teach you for free primordial sound meditation. This is my actual profession is meditation teacher, breathwork coach. It's what I'm supposed to be doing for a living. But I generally don't charge people. I could do a donation, right? If you want to donate 99 cents. If you don't have, like if you don't have PayPal or you don't do Super Chat or whatever, you're supposed to accept something according to how you teach. It's that teacher-student. If you, any payment is good. Meaning, if you send me an emoji of prayer hands, I'll accept that as a payment. So basically, I'll teach you absolutely for free. Send me an email. It's in my link, and I will teach you. It's generally done in 3 sessions. I've sort of narrowed it down to 1. I don't know if everyone really needs to know the history. I think people come to meditation. When I started practicing the passage meditation by Eknath S. Warren, the reason why I was drawn to it, because I would buy books on Buddhist meditation, or I'd buy books on Transcendental meditation. And I'd read the whole book, and they would really talk about how great it is. And then at the end, they would say, but you can't learn it on your own. You need to pay. You need to do this. You need to find a qualified instructor. And there was no qualified instructor here when I was young, when I was starting out. So you got it. Send me an email. Are you on Facebook Messenger by any way? Although I think we could do it on WhatsApp. I could do it on WhatsApp too. But when I read Eknath Warren's book called Meditation, now it's called Passage Meditation, in the first paragraph, he said, I suppose you bought this book because you're interested in meditation. Okay, let's get started. And then he taught you how to meditate. And I thought, fantastic. Exactly what I need. So I've kept that with me as I become a teacher, that if you're reaching out because you want to learn how to meditate, you want to learn it now. You don't want 3 days. You want to be able to talk with me. You receive your personal mantra based upon the moment, the time, the date, and the place you were born. You have your personal mantra. There's 108 primordial sounds that the ancient rishis, the ancient yogis heard. I had the great privilege of, again, teaching someone here in this chat meditation. So just so you guys know that it is an ancient practice. Again, it's related to Transcendental meditation, that same source. Sissy says, look on your face when I took the shot is epic. Bad. Gotcha. Thank you, Mark. Walking meditations are good. Walking meditations are good. You can focus on your breath. You can focus on your step. The Vietnamese Zen master, Thich Nhat Hanh, teaches a wonderful walking meditation. So let me know. Neurological, and I'll send you an email and I can create a WhatsApp. Awesome. Mark says, billing a mom. I am here. Got it. Hey, Mark, do you remember that 4-7-8 breath we did a while back? Breathe in through your nose, count of 4. Use that ocean's breath to help slow that breath down. Hold the breath for a count of 7, and exhale with a whoosh. The whoosh helps slow the breath down. The reason why some people get lightheaded is because they're forcing that breath out in one big. You are extending the breath. Very good for helping deal with pain. You can do anywhere from 3 rounds to 10 rounds. Is Obama real? I'm from Canada. Is he real? He would say so. Eater Green, is Obama real? Yes. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to put your mind at ease. Yes. Theological says yes, Obama is real. Focus says you don't first it. It takes practice. What I love about the mantra meditation, Squirrel says, is Canada real? I've been there. Actually, ultimately, Canada, the United States, Mexico, it isn't real. Right? In the absence of a map, without someone standing guard at the border, would you know that you passed in one if there wasn't a sign? Would you know that you were in Canada instead of the United States? Mark says, I use all the breathing. Yeah, I was blowing too hard. Got there. Yeah, mantra meditation is meant to be easy. It's not concentration. If you find yourself making an effort, you're doing it wrong. The key is not to get rid of thoughts. It's not the absence of thoughts. It's being aware of thoughts. That's why it's such a powerful meditation. I've had so many people say, I can't meditate. I've tried. Too many thoughts. I'm just a thinker. I think too many thoughts. Everyone does. No one is any different than any other. Not in that regard. Now, some people can take to it a little more easily than others. That's true. But everyone has those thoughts. Everyone is thinking. That's the nature of the brain. The brain produces thoughts. However, when you start to meditate, what you want to notice, you're not the thoughts. So who you are is not connected to the brain. The brain is an instrument within the mind, and you are the mind. And you can substitute the word mind for soul, or for pure awareness, or whatever, the observer, the witness, whatever works for you. One of the first big fundamental, and it's huge, teaching that we get from our meditation practice, I'm not my thoughts. If I'm not my thoughts, then I'm not the one suffering anxiety. I'm not the one experiencing stress. Stress is happening through that great awareness of which I am. What a relaxing notion. Gives us a little bit of space to maneuver. And space is everything. Hey, Gary. Finding your focus in the moment. Focus says, I had a master tell me once that true meditation is being one with God. I don't know if I would disagree. I don't like throwing the word true around, because someone who has no concept of God will come to that same position but without the conceptualization of God. So if we think of, I'm not practicing true meditation because I haven't come to my concept of God, we've created a barrier for ourselves. Just meditate and let what comes come. And if you find, this is the whole essence of, if you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. Because if you are striving towards something, and if you consider yourself a failed meditator because you have not realized God, again, you've created those barriers, those blocks. Just meditate. Let the realizations come as they come. Present in the moment, not thinking of Obama or Canada. Yep, even Obama isn't really Obama. I killed my ego, it was me. Who was it that killed the ego? Just something to consider. You don't need to answer. We're actually going to shut things down a little later. We got the sun coming up in about half an hour. We'll see what nature wants to show me. Again, 2 big live streams later today. We have James Twyman, best-selling author of the Moses Code, the Kabbalah Code, Emissary of Light. His new book we're going to talk about, Gerrymandering the Ego. Gerrymandering. The ego cannot die. Jerry says, let it go. Found me, not my programming. I would keep coming back to the I. Hey, Todd. I would keep coming back to the I. Who was it that let it go? I let it go. Who's the I that could let something go? Just me. Just my thoughts. I would keep examining. Who is the I? If the ego is illusory in nature, which the first week of meditation we get that hint, then is there anything to let go of? Do we need to even worry about it? Once it's seen for what it is, we don't need to strive to eradicate it. We don't need to battle with it. We don't need to do anything except see it for what it is. It saves us so much effort. The end of the spiritual journey, right there. The ego doesn't matter. I know, sober 24 years, was it me or God that got me sober? I love that question. I love that question. 26 years for me, my friend. Took my last drink 26 years ago. Didn't even know it was my last drink. All right, so, yes, James will be up this afternoon. And Tom Wakechild. Again, I love, what a name for a Course in Miracles teacher. Wakechild. Such a gentle last name. Wakechild. Wake. Everyone is bidden to awaken. Thank you, Gary. You too, my friend. So, all right, I'm going to see everyone later. Please come on by. Not for me. Listen to James, listen to Tom, and I will see you then. Take care. By the way, Wednesday, tomorrow, this is Tuesday, right? The Esoteric Lounge with Squirrel Sniper. Come on in. It's a warm, I can't tell you it's a comfortable place. It's not supposed to be comfortable. It sort of feels cozy, but Sniper is not there to make you feel comfortable. He is there to show you some things. Question. He's there to make you question. All right. Love you guys.